Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Smart Correspondence Management System webinar. We hope that you and your loved ones are safe from this pandemic, and we're very pleased to have you today. And we also appreciate the fact that you have taken out time from your precious schedule to attend our event. My name is Amir, and I'm the one of the speakers of today's event. We have some really great content coming up for you today, and we are super excited to share with you all. So before we proceed further, or before we get started, I just wanted to go over a few housekeeping items, which is like, first of all, this webinar will be recorded, and you will get an email of the recording in probably next 2 business days. So I would suggest please look out in your email for that. And also all of the attendees are muted at the moment. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screens, and we'll get those addressed at the end of the demo. Lastly, there will be a short survey at the end of the demo, and we would love if you can fill it out and give us your feedback, which you might have, so we can improve and we can improve ourselves to serve you better in the upcoming webinars. We have 2 speakers today. I, Mohammed Amir, is going to open the session of this event, and the rest will be followed on by Mohammed Saleh, who is our sales team leader. Our agenda will be an introduction to CATEC, and then its importance of automated correspondence system. Then we'll have a peek into the product, like the product overview and live demo. And at the last, we will be having the Q&A session. So this is me who's going to open the session. All right, so I'll walk you through the journey of CATEC very quickly, so I won't be taking up much of your time. Basically, we started back in 2005 delivering best-of-breed database-driven web portals because that was a need at that time of the market. And in 2007, we launched our first product, Qarar. Qarar is an Arabic word. So it is smart board management system. We felt the need that there is, we have to support the government organizations and the enterprises in moving towards the digitalization and reducing the efforts which they do in the manual processes. So first, our product was smart board management system, which was which helped the government organization moving towards the digitalization. 2009, we expanded our operations in Jordan by opening an R&D center over there. And in the same year, we launched one more product, which was BARQ. BARQ is again an Arabic word, but it means Correspondence Management System. 2010. It was a quite exciting year because it was a year of happening because we got Tadweer, and Tadweer outsourced their licensing, tariff, and customer service operations to CATEC on build, operate, and transfer model. We also won an award from Dubai Executive Council for providing them an exceptional services. So it was a quite happening year. 2011, we introduced new services that was machine learning because we saw that the technology trends were changing. So we had to adapt those change, and we had to come up with the new things to support our customers for those new technology trends. So we started machine learning services. 2014 and 15, you can see that we won Sheikh Khalifa Excellence Award for our excellent work. And also in the same year, CATEC became the leader in the smart integrated waste management system. 2016, we launched our third product, which was strategy management system. And in 2017, we launched one more product, Ibtikar. Again, Ibtikar is an Arabic word, but it means innovation management system. We also extended our arm in Saudi Arabia in 2017. 2018, we launched a big platform. This platform is called Mahin. Now, it's built on the top of, it's built on the technologies, which is artificial intelligence, image recognition, and machine learning. So one of the products which we built on our own platform, the first one was digital assistant. So I'll be explaining it moving further about it. 2019 was again a very exciting year because in this year we got nominated from Markets and Markets Research Company, which is one of the top research companies in the USA. So they conducted a research on correspondence system about the market, how the market is responding globally, like all the sectors towards the correspondence, and what is the importance of having an automated correspondence system. So this research company selected us as the only leader from the UAE who provides the automated, smart and paperless correspondence management system. And we can also share the references of these magazines where our name got published. 2020, although it's, I mean, we all of us, we are going through a challenge of this COVID-19 pandemic. But for us, it is again a quite exciting year because we are opening up an office in UK, where we are expanding up in United Kingdom. So for last 15 years, I mean, CATEC has an extensive experience in being a customer-centric and technology-driven company. And we have won more than 30 awards from some of the prestigious government organizations. Since inception, we have completed successfully more than 200 projects with more than 100 customers. So these awards which I just mentioned, these are being given to us from the government organizations, and those awards were given on the work, you can say satisfied, exceptional work being done by our team for them. All right, so these products which you see on the screen, these are the result that CATEC had been in line with the UAE government strategy and vision. Our certified consultants aligned ourselves with the UAE government, and by foreseeing the value and the need of digitalization and going paperless in the coming years. So, we will be having webinars of these products in the coming days. So if anyone wants to see a demo of any product, you can feel free to drop us a message in the Q&A, and we will schedule it accordingly. So I'll just quickly tell you, it's Qarar, it's the Executive Board Meeting Management System. BARQ is Correspondence Management System. TEMUSE is Excellence Management System. Ibtikar is Innovation Management System. We have Fleet, which is Regulatory Management System. And then we have Mahin, which is an intelligent robotic engine. A very quick overview about the products, that what they are. So basically, BARQ is a cloud-based and on-premises paperless correspondence management solution, which was designed to digitalize the communication and correspondences. We'll be seeing the demo in just, you can say, quite moments after this. Strategy. So strategy management system, it seamlessly connects the enterprise strategy with the project execution and monitors the performance metrics of all of the departments and teams or groups working on any strategy being rolled out from the higher management. Ipticar, again, it's a creative product. It's an innovation management system. Basically, it is based in, on the creativity which captures the ideas from external and internal stakeholders within a collaborative environment. Qarar, you can see Qarar, it is also a cloud-based and on-premises smart board management solution, which allows the committees, boards to run the full cycle of pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meeting processes. And you know, the best part of the Qarar is that we have integrated it with Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So the users can get the leverage of having virtual meetings on the same platform. Like, you know, like this is the most important thing for the COVID-19 situation, where all of the executives or all of the employees or the board members, everyone, they wanted to have the virtual meetings. And for the board members, they don't have to leave their meeting management system and open up a Zoom or Microsoft Teams or any other virtual platform to have the audio and video conference meetings. So they can have from within the same application of Qarar, as it is it is having a native integration with it. Mahan. So Mahan, as I said, it's an interesting innovation of CATEC, which was built on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and image-based recognition technology. And as I said, like one of its product is digital assistant, which works through WhatsApp and allows the higher management to see multiple reports on their WhatsApp in few seconds. So for an example, if any of the manager or the director at any point of the day wanted to see a report, for example, it can be the project's report, it can be a KPI or profit and loss report. So obviously these are like now 2 or 3 multiple reports. So instead he opens 2 or 3 different softwares. He will just open up his WhatsApp, send a short code, and the bot from the backend will fetch these reports and send it back to the requester within just a few seconds. So this is also something which is which is really happening due to the COVID-19 situation, that people are working from home and they do want to stay on the top by going through the reports. So the bot can be very helpful in such situation. And for all of our products, we do have the mobile application for it, like native mobile application for Qarar, for BARQ, like correspondence systems, which makes it easier for the users to, again, to stay connected with their other employees, no matter wherever they are. Okay, so other than the products, we are also into services, and I would like to emphasize that while some of the technology companies were sticking with the day-to-day technologies, we at CATEC, we were working hard to get ready for the future, and we were quite ready to embrace the new era of trending technologies, and we started investing our time in these emerging technologies. So today we have hands-on experience in robot process automation, and we are also partnered with some of the top RPA platform providers. We are also into artificial intelligence and data analytics, and we have some great next generation voice-based chatbots, like those chatbots which can not only work on the text, but they are also very good when it comes to the voice recognition, and the bot can understand 70 different languages with all sort of accents. Customers, as I said, like we have more than 100 customers across the Middle East, and most of them are from the government organization. So I'll just name, we will just few of them. Those are Dubai Executive Council, you can see, Ministry of Interior, Tadweer 2454, Ministry of Presidential Affairs, Dubai Abu Dhabi Executive Council, Abu Dhabi Accountability Authority, Government of Sharjah, Zakat Fund, Government of Oman, which is like for the ministers the of cabinet. We have Municipality and Planning Department of Ajman, and the list keeps on going. Like we have a lot of customers satisfied one. Okay, so before we move into the product overview, I would like to shed some light that why having an automated correspondence is big system is becoming a necessity, or why it is important to have it. It's going to be very brief information. So basically, as you see on the screen, the automated correspondence solution, it basically helps you with reducing human errors, efforts, and the cost. So having an automated correspondence solution is always a right platform where you can appropriately process, respond, create, receive, record, log, and have the audit trail of all these steps. So the research study shows that the organization across the globe have realized its importance and are now investing in automated correspondence solutions. And currently it is more than, you can see, more than $2 billion industry around the globe, and it's going to keep on increasing by 2023. So in the first image which you see, it has shown the market share of correspondence as per the geography, and on the top it is North America, because they're having right now 32% from this market share. Like the companies over there are investing heavily in having automated correspondence solutions. Either it is an external correspondent which they need, internal, or correspondence between the customers. The second one is Europe, and on the third you can see it is Middle East and Africa, because the companies, specifically the government sectors over here, have realized the need that having automated correspondence system is quite important to reduce the time specifically where you have to transfer the correspondences, get the signatures on it. So it's quite you can say time taking, and also to track where the correspondence is at the moment if they're doing it manually. So having the automated one is the best option. In the second, the other image which you see, that is the market by the end user, and you can see the first one is BFSI sector, then it's public sector. Now this public sector is around the globe. Like all of the governments around the globe, they are investing heavily in having a proper automated correspondence solution. Then we have healthcare, we have IT and telecommunications, retail and e-commerce, and there are other industries as well. So this was a short, very short, we can say, intro about why the automated correspondence is important. We could have given you a lot more information about it, but it's going to take a lot of time to do it, because we also have done a market research by ourselves, conducting that which sectors or which area, like to after the geography, where this correspondence is going to be. I mean, it is having a lot of opportunities, or this is in demand. So guys, this is it from my side. Now Saleh will take it forward from here, and he will give you the insights about our product BARQ, this like the smart correspondence system which we're having. So Saleh, over to you now.
Okay, thank you so much, Amir, for the introduction. Please allow me to thank you for attending our webinar today. I am Muhammad Saleh, and I will be taking you on a tour of our correspondence management system features. So, first of all, I would like to present our demo personas. We will be having Sarah and Adam. They are working in a company called Magna. Mainly, they are dealing with insurance. Now we can see our login page of our correspondence system, which we have built based on our experience that we have acquired during our journey of implementing the correspondence management system in many industries like public sector, government, and banking. So from the login page, Sarah can enter her username and password, or we can integrate with the SSO in order to avoid this step. So once Sarah enter her username and password, the system will lead us to the landing page where we have implemented a high-level dashboard which allows Sarah to get a lot of information about how many inbound she has, how many outbound, how many internal memos. Plus, she can has a lot of insights about the delayed messages and the sent outbound, about the finished inbound. Plus, we have indicated a completion ratio paragraph which present to Sarah the completion ratio within a specific period of time. So this is one of the dashboard that we have applied in our correspondence system, BARQ, as Amir mentioned. And we have applied also an accessibility feature that Sarah can select her preferred color while she are using the system to make it easier for her and to increase her satisfaction rate. Plus, Sarah can control her profile by uploading her image, by changing her signature in order to use it later on in the system. And another thing I would like to present that is the side panel. The side panel, we can navigate through it to the system modules, to the dashboard, to the correspondences basket, to the reports, which we have predefined reports. And also we can customize as much reports as you wish. We have the inbound correspondence report, outbound correspondence report, the late correspondence report, employee performance report. Plus, we have the admin module. And from this module, the admin can control a lot of features and a lot of it allow the admin to change the organizational structure that we can integrate with the Active Directory, or we can integrate with any third-party product such like ERP. Also, we can define the external parties. We can define the users' roles, and we can delegate. We have the delegation module, which the user can delegate another user. Let's say that Sarah will delegate Adam when she is on a leave. So the user can delegate another employee or another colleague in order to act with the system while he's absent from just selecting the information from the system. So he can delegate him from to date, and he can give him the role. So please now allow me to take you to the correspondence basket. In the correspondence basket, we have applied the new design, which, as we can see, it's similar like to the Outlook to enhance the customer satisfaction and customer journey. Plus, Sarah, she can change the look and feel of the page and to change the style if she would like. From this page, Sarah can has an access to the whole correspondences and internal memos that she have created and she have assigned to her. Plus, she can filter the correspondences by the correspondence type in order to make it easier to access any correspondence for her in the future. As we can see that the correspondence will be open like the email. She will see the correspondence name, to whom it was sent, whose was copied, is it was a confidential or not. She can open the attachment to check for more details and more information. She can also see the log file, who did what in the system and to whom it was assigned and who taken actions. Annotation, if there was any annotation between the team, or links if the correspondence was linked to an old correspondences, or like if we have a reminder letter, so we will link it with an old correspondence. So please allow me now to start the correspondence creation. We have a predefined correspondences in our system, but from a configuration part that we have seen, the admin can change the labels and he can change, add and delete those correspondences. So we will start with a new inbound. As we all know that the new inbound, it's a letter coming to our entity. So as we mentioned that Magna, it's an insurance company. So let's start with the inbound title. So Sarah received an inbound. First of all, the inbound can be uploaded or can be integrated with a scanners to upload the inbound. A company sent a request to Sarah to renew their insurance. So Sarah will start reading and filling the correspondence details, insurance renewal request, inbound date, and inbound receipt date. Inbound number, as we all know that any inbound has an external number from the other organization or company who has sent the inbound. She will enter it in order to track it in the system in the future. So in our case, this is our inbound number, the confidentiality level. These selections actually are linked with the user roles and permissions. If the inbound was confidential, so the user who does not have the confidentiality level, he will not be able to access and see the correspondence and the inbound information. She will be selecting the company, entering the company details to proceed with the correspondence process. In our scenario, as we mentioned, that it's an external company was requesting to renew their insurance policy. So now Sarah, she has uploaded the attachment and she has filled the all information of the correspondence, and she will start the correspondence, the inbound correspondence internally with her team. So Sarah has a lot of action to do. She can copy and CC somebody in the organization to be aware about what's happening regarding this request. She can transfer the correspondence to her colleague or to her manager in order to take approvals, in order to take action. She can edit the correspondence if she have forget to add any comments or any attachment, and she can link the correspondence with an old correspondences. So from the organization structure, she can just select the users which are predefined. And we will transfer the correspondence to Adam. And she can assign a specific date to Adam to solve the request, or she can ask for an action like for auditing or for information, and thus she can add annotation to inform Adam what exactly is required from him. Please for your action. So now the correspondence will be transferred to Adam to start working on it. So we're gonna log in now with Adam username and password to check the correspondences that Adam has and notifications. So once Adam log into the system, he can see the same dashboard based on the inbound numbers that they have. And another thing that our system BARQ support both languages, Arabic and English, so the user also can select their preferred language while he's using the system. So Adam, I will not speak about the dashboard as we have mentioned it with Sarah. So I will go just direct to the correspondence basket to show you how Adam will be receiving the correspondence. So from here, we are using the Outlook methodology, which is the correspondences will be listed from latest to the oldest. This is the request. Our system will be generating an inbound number based on the predefined counters in order to track the correspondences within our company. So here Adam will see the inbound name, inbound entity from whom we have received this correspondence, and he will see the full annotation, and he will see the full log about the correspondences to understand what exactly is required, and he can present the correspondence. And once he take all the action, Adam, he can transfer by an ad hoc workflow to another colleague in order to proceed further with the request, or he can just inform Sarah that action taken, please archive. So now Sarah will receive a notification that the request has been done, and she will just archive the inbound. Let's take another correspondence, which is the outbound. And we all know that the outbound, it's a letter or a correspondence sent from our organization and company to an external party. We will select the delivery method, if it will be by email or by fax or by hand, as we can integrate it with fax to send it through fax after finishing the correspondence cycle. In our scenario, we'll select email and by hand. So the correspondence basket is the title will start with the Sarah will start with filling the outbound details. She will select the party that we will be sending the correspondence to. We will select the document type, is it external letter, custom financial memo, decisions, and etc. Also, these labels can be just configured from the system admin module. Is it external letter in our case, confidentiality level in order to make sure that just the authorized person to access the correspondence details. Once you click save, our system will generate a predefined template which having the full details about the correspondence. Plus, Sarah can edit the correspondence while using the system, and we can open the Microsoft Office in order to make it easier for the user to edit and add any information to the correspondence letter. So we can add a table, we can add a lot of things like we are dealing with a Word document. So this was one of the main requests from our customers and clients. We will save it and we will send it for Adam to approve it in order to send it and get Adam's signature. So now we have created the outbound. The outbound also will have the counter, the predefined number in our organization to track it. As we mentioned, we can link the outbound with an old inbound or with an old memo, etc. to make it easier for Adam to check the outbound, why we have created this outbound. We can copy as well for the manager just to be aware, or any user within the system. Plus, we will transfer it in order to proceed further to get Adam approval and sign it. Plus, we will ask for the action here for signature, and we can add the notation, please. Now the system already sent a notification to Adam that he has received a new correspondence inbound. So he will receive it in his correspondence basket in order to sign it or to take any other action on the outbound correspondence to make it ready to be sent. So Adam here, he will receive the boarding meeting outbound. He can see the correspondence details, and he can also add or change as he's the manager of Sarah, so he can add another information, or he can remove another information. Also, Adam, he can see the log file to see the correspondence cycle within the organization, who did what, and the annotations as well, if there was any comment, and the links to track the correspondences. So let's say that Adam, he reviewed everything and he approved the correspondence. He will just sign the correspondence. So the correspondence will be transferred to a PDF file with Adam's signature, or we can link the correspondence system to an e-signature. So no need to upload the signature. You just put your signature while using a signature pad. So this is the approved correspondence, and it's ready to be sent. So Adam will notify Sarah that approved. Please. So Sarah will receive a notification, and our notification will be linked with Outlook and SMS and mobile application, as well as our product is ready for iOS and Android. So the notification will be sent through many channels. As I mentioned, the Outlook will be integrated with Outlook, so the user will be receiving that he has another request or a new notification from BARQ while he's using his Outlook. From also, if the organization has SMS gateway, we can link to it to send an notification through the SMS gateway. Plus, we can the mobile application. So now Adam, he has sent his approval to Sarah in order to proceed with the correspondence. So as we saw that Sarah created the correspondence, the correspondence has generated a predefined template. Adam, he reviewed the template and he signed the outbound. So here's the notification. It's approved by Adam on this date and this time. And this is the signed copy. So Sarah will just send the correspondence. We will select the specific person that would like to send the correspondence to. And we can copy as we are dealing with the correspondences. Once we click send, the system will send automatically the correspondence through the Outlook, as will be integrated with Outlook. And we can see the log file that approved and sent. This is a high-level brief about our correspondences, and we have the internal memos. Internal memos, as we all know, that it will be addressed from one employee to another employee in order to ask for any request. We have administrative decisions and circulations that will be shared with the more than one employee. So as we mentioned, that we can add as much as we wish correspondences types, And due to our limited time that I will be stepping on this stage and getting your Q&A, but we will be happy to conduct a one-to-one demo or webinar to dig more in BARQ features. This was a high brief about the BARQ, our correspondence system. And please let us know if you have any question to discuss it further. So, Amir, please.
Great. Thank you, Saleh, for explaining it in pretty well. And also, guys, if you would be interested in going through the complete demo, like the detailed one, we would appreciate if you can either send us a message in the chat, or you can reach out directly to us on our email ID, and we would love to have the demo with you. We'll schedule it accordingly for this correspondence management system. So, Saleh, we have a couple of questions. So I would say we can start the Q&A and we can start answering those.
Sure.
So the first question, Saleh, they have asked that how to, and hi, to what extent the system is customizable and what technology is used.
Sure. We will answer it live.
Yeah.
Our system was built on .NET, MBS.NET, and we have created it based on our experience, so it's customizable. Let's say, as you wish, based on your requirement, we can customize our correspondence. In our experiences, a lot of our customers has requested more than 30 to 50% of customization. So we can add, as we mentioned, that we have an ad hoc workflow in order to make it easier for the customer to use the system. But some customers has a predefined workflow. So we have a workflow engine in order to define the processes and to define the workflow within the organization. So I hope that my answer was clear.
Perfect. Second question is, speaking about Outlook, does the system integrate with the Exchange server? And can we convert an email to register as inbound correspondence?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And the system is integrated with Exchange server. Yes, we can integrate, and yes, we can convert an email.
Perfect. Thank you. The one more question is that does the product has limitations in terms of number of users or number of documents? And they have one more question, which is how long it takes to implement the solution.
Actually, for the first part of the question, does the product has limitation in terms of the number of users? This will be based on our agreement. If you would like to go with the cloud option, that it will be per user, or you would like to acquire an enterprise license. So this will be depends on your needs, and after our evaluation of the organization situation, we can recommend which approach to go with. There is no limitation for the number of documents. How long it will take to implement the solution? As is implementation, it will take around, let's say, a month, while we need to train the users and we need to integrate with your systems. This is based on our experience, but sometimes it will be extended, sometimes it will be less.
Perfect. Also, answering this question more in adding one more point about the limitations on the number of users. If we talk about technically or about the platform capability, so the platform or the solution itself does not have any limitations. If the user wants to have maybe even 5,000 or 10,000 users, and if they sign up with on such terms with us, so they can have even that kind of users in the solution. So it has the capability of having, you can say, multi-thousand users.
Yes, Amir, and plus Amir, I would like to mention that we are injecting the new technologies like RPA into our systems. So the RPA will be filling the correspondence information and details instead of taking Sarah time. So once an email sent or correspondence sent to the Outlook, so the RPA will take the correspondence details and start filling and start the process into our correspondence system. So this is one of our roadmap of enhancing the product. Uh,
Awesome. And I think we also are planning to, uh, put blockchain in terms of, because in our correspondence system, because the documents and signatures part is an essential part in correspondence. So we are planning to put blockchain over there. And Salih, I would say that if can you also let the audience know about the integrations, that do we have any limitations in doing any sort of integrating this correspondence system with their external or internal applications or third party
Actually,
applications?
till now we didn't face any limitation, Amir, as once we have the APIs, we can integrate with as we mentioned that our system is built on top of .NET MVC, so it's a flexible technology. We all know that it can be integrated with any third party or external systems in case, but the other systems has the capability to be integrated, because we all know that there is a legacy system which are not integratable. So if the other system has the APIs and the organization can provide us with the required details, so we can integrate with any third party or any external systems. Like we are using our main archiving model in the system, but some organization they has another archiving system, so we can integrate with them based on the business rules, etc.
Awesome. So basically, I just saw like we had the question of about the document management system that they're asking if if a user already has any document management system, so our application will get integrated with that. Either it can be a SharePoint or it can be uh, you can say any other like. So we have no limitations on this one on migrate. I mean integrating with your existing document management system.
No.
Perfect. So is there any other questions you guys might be having for the product or related to the webinar? Okay, so we have one more question. They're asking that can the correspondence work with the meeting management? And the answer is yes, right, Saleh?
Yes, actually, as you mentioned, Amir, in the presentation, that we have more than one product. We have BARQ and Qarar. BARQ and Qarar mainly are consolidated products, but we can implement BARQ alone and Qarar alone individually, or we can implement both BARQ and Qarar under one umbrella. So let's say that we all know that government mainly conducting committees and conducting meetings and taking action based on correspondences. So the cycle will be edge-to-edge cycle, that a correspondences will be received or sent through the organization, and based on this correspondences, a meeting or a committee will be conducted to take decisions, and all of these information will be linked together and be traceable to see the committee's performance, the committee KPIs, the decisions, etc., and etc. So yes, we can apply, implement both BARQ and Qarar under one umbrella.
Perfect. So do we have any more questions from the house? Anyone? Okay, I can see someone has raised up their hand. Can you please type your question in the Q&A? I think Akib, yeah. I think, guys, this is it. Okay, let me answer someone. 1 second. Okay, so Akib is asking what is the licensing for correspondence management system looks like. Solid, can you answer this one?
What is the license for correspondence management system looks like? As we mentioned, that we have a per user license and we have a enterprise license. So we have a range like from 1 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 500 based on the organization needs. Plus we have the enterprise license, which is unlimited users, unlimited license. Do you have any other question, Amir?
I think no, this is it. We are done for the day. Guys, I would like to thank you. Thank you all who have attended the webinar by spending their precious time in it. We really appreciate it, and please keep looking on to your email about the video which we will be sending you for this webinar and also for our upcoming webinars. So most probably we will be having two more webinars coming up. The second one will be for the Mahin platform, and the third webinar will conduct for the Qarar, which is Smart Board Management System. So we'll be sending out invitations similar like to BARQ, and we would appreciate your presence once again. So thank you, guys. Have a lovely day, and take care of yourself. Stay safe.
Thank you again for attending, and hope to see you soon again through our future webinars. Thank you, Amir.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.